Hello, 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 dolls. It is I, ArtWorkOfDR, DJ Kitty Ruby. You know, your girl. Okay, so here it is. We're in the middle of October. And, I felt the need to make a video just talking to you guys a little bit because I know, as someone who struggles with this stuff myself, that there are tons of us out there who struggle every day. You know, it could be something that is physical, it could be something that is mental, it could be anything. And I don't know, like, I feel like nowadays is the perfect time to start talking about these things, because if we don't start talking about these things, things will never get better. Things will never improve. And I don't want to seem like I'm making this video, and great, they're weed whacking outside again. Awesome. Thank you, maintenance people. Thank you very much. Anyway, hopefully that's not too bad and I can edit most of that out. Anyway, I don't want people to assume that I'm making this video just to get sympathy or just to cause commotion or whatever. I'm making this video because it's important to me, just like all my other videos that I make. It's something that means something to me. It's something that I deal with. It's my life. So anyway, so as you may know from watching my channel, I do suffer from fibromyalgia and lupus. I also have a bad sciatic on my right, and I'm in constant pain all the time. I am currently not taking any medication for it. I'm not on the track of all that stuff right now. I took a break due to the accident that I had in the summer, and I have not gone back in to deal with that right now. I am dealing with putting my son and all my kids' needs in order first. I feel like over the last 7 years since I've been diagnosed, I have focused mainly on trying to figure out what my issues are, how to fix them, how to at least feel somewhat normal in life. I feel like crap all the time. No matter what I was doing, no matter what I did, I just felt like crap. And then the medications that I was on, they weren't helping. I wasn't feeling a difference. They barely took the edge off. And then the Lyrica, which is subscribed for people who have nerve ending damage and stuff like that, it was just not good for me. Other people can use it and it'll do just fine for them. Everybody is different, and I want to make that very clear. I am not a doctor. I am not trying to tell you don't take this medication. What I'm trying to explain to you is I had a bad experience, and I know some other people have too. Everybody, though, their bodies react differently to things, and that one just wasn't good for me. I also have a thyroid disease, so maybe due to the fact that I already have a tired tendency, that was not the best medication for me. I did try several times to explain to doctors, like, it makes me too tired, I feel like a zombie, I'm not getting any work done, I can't hang out with my kids, I can barely drive, and then the accident during the summer, so no more driving while on that. I threw it away, I stopped taking it, haven't had any more dozing off, haven't had any more blackouts. I'm doing a lot better. I set a bedtime for myself. I go to bed at 11. I might not fall asleep right away. Like last night, I had a hard time, but that's just because my back was hurting really bad. With fibromyalgia, if you have any other issues going on, they feel so much worse. So anytime your hormones go out of whack, anytime you sprain your ankle or whatever, it just hurts so much worse, at least for me. And this is like a personal kind of thing. It might not be something that everybody wants to hear about, but I know, like, when I'm on my time of the month, I get horrible back cramps. I don't really get a lot of cramps in my stomach. I get them in my back. So my sciatic acts up worse, and then I'm just drained. I'm drained. I get annoyed like that, and I'm just whoo. And lately, over the weekend, that's how I've been, and like I got snappy, and I started having like really bad thoughts, and I'm just like, oh my god, not again! Like I can't do this. And I have been feeling really low lately. Sorry, my throat is just not doing good lately either, which is another thing. I'm in so much pain that lately my throat has been reacting, and it makes me feel like there's something in there all the time. Something tickling my tonsil, or something just stuck in my throat. I have a bad gag reflex. I have a lot of issues, okay? And for the longest time, I didn't talk about all my issues because I didn't want doctors to be like, oh, she's a hypochondriac. She doesn't know what's going on with her, so she's just making stuff up, or she's making it all up because she wants medication. I am actually not one of those people that is a fan of medication. I never have been, ever since I was younger, and my mom medicated me for my migraines. She also yeah, there was a really bad time in my life, and I did some stupid stuff, and I thought that life wasn't worth living and things like that, and I did a lot of stuff. So I don't like medication. I know it's very helpful for a lot of people. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I am just not one of those people who likes to just take medication just to take it. I want a purpose. I want it to do a purpose. I only take things that make the things that are going on with me better. And when I start to realize that that is not what is happening while taking these medications, I want out. I don't want to take them anymore. And sometimes it's really difficult to make doctors understand, like, yes, you're prescribing me something that is supposed to work. It's supposed to relieve this issue. It's supposed to do this, but it's not doing that for me. Sometimes, they're like, well, let's just take it for a few months and see how your body adjusts, because sometimes it takes a while for your body to incorporate that medication. And after 7 years of going back and forth with doctors and doing a lot of things, like, I'm starting to try to figure things out on my own a little bit. I am kind of meditating more. I'm working with my tarot cards. I'm working with my crystals and my gems and personal objects that make me feel better. I'm trying to be positive, and let me tell you, like, it does not necessarily help with the pain, and it doesn't always help with the depression and feeling low and all that other stuff. But I don't know, like, it does help in a way, but I feel like there's still something missing. I cannot get myself back into this highly creative place that I want to be. And it's like I have done so much work trying to get off the ground. Okay, so this is what it is. I feel like a horrible mom. I feel like a horrible wife. I cannot do things that I know I need to do or should be doing, and it makes me feel like crap. More than I already feel like crap. Like, I feel like crap physically, but then it's like emotionally I start to feel like crap. And I don't know, it's wearing me down a little bit right now. I tried to pick myself back up. I made myself an ID chart and a list of videos and pieces that I want to work on and things that I've got, like, sketched and pre-sketched and whatnot. I have repaints that I want to do, doll repaints. I have a custom DIY shirt kind of thing. Like, yeah, I have ideas, and it's like some of them I feel like I can't do to the best of my ability because I'm missing odds and ends, and to get those odds and ends, I need funds. But one income family, low funds. I have a sweet, sweet artist who is also going through some things, and we have decided to do a supply swap. I have my supplies ready to go. She has hers ready to go, but I just don't have the funds to send them to her, and I feel so bad. So we're holding off, and I'm just like, why can't I get my act together? Why can't I just knock these pieces out? Why can't I just work on these things? Why? Why? I can't, there's things I can't do it during the day. I can't clean all of my house. I can't scrub the floors. I can't scrub the walls. I can't get down on the ground and pick up the dirt, like the big things before I vacuum. And so I do have help with my family, and I mean, they're kids. I have 3 kids, a 12-and-a-half-year-old, an 8-and-a-half-year-old, and a 7-and-a-half-year-old. Very sweet, loving children who, yes, make messes. I mean, who doesn't have a kid that makes messes, right? Well, I mean, they're kids and they should be able to be kids. And I feel bad sometimes for the things that we don't get to do because of my illnesses. And so sometimes I do push myself to do things like that I probably shouldn't do. But when it comes to helping me out, they do the best they can. They are kind of getting to that point where they really don't want to do this stuff anymore. It's not fun for them. And I feel bad because it's like I should be able to get housework done. I am here all day. What was that? Oh, okay. Anyway, but I should be able to get these things done, but due to the fact that my sciatic's messed up and the fibromyalgia makes everything worse, I just, there's certain chores that I just can't do without someone else doing this small thing first, like picking up extra bits and stuff off the floor for me because I can't keep bending down to do it. And my husband and my daughter take turns doing the dishes. My daughter does silverware, plates, and bowls, and my hubby does pans, pots, knives, things like that, which is great. I wipe counters down. I vacuum after people pick up the floor. I would trying to get things organized, and I think I have a plan that if I work on one room at a time, one task at a time, because my thing is one day at a time. It sounds like one of those things that, recovering drug addicts say. I get it. But it's also something that we can all live by. One thing at a time, one day at a time. Don't push ourselves to do too much. If you start feeling ouchy or sick or whatever, take a break, take a breather. I mean, as long as you're not tearing things apart, getting things all over your house, I don't see a problem. So I think I'm going to try that. I think I'm going to try to pick one room, pick one task, do that task in that room, and then in the same room, pick another task once that task is done. If I have enough energy to do multiple tasks in that same room in one day, awesome. If not, then I don't, and I have to wait until the next day, which should be fine. In between appointments for my son, I also have to make other appointments for other kids to do other things, but I mean, scheduling is just not my forte. I got bills I gotta pay, and it's like, we never have enough money for extra things. I don't know, I feel like I'm not doing my part. When we got together, he was in the military, and I worked, and we only had my daughter at the time, and then we got married, and then shortly after that, got pregnant. Shortly after that, he got out of the military. Shortly after that, gave birth to our first son, moved here to Michigan because he was out of the military and wanted to be close to his family. I don't know, I've worked since then, but I couldn't make it work. I couldn't make it last. My body was dying. I couldn't focus. Everything set me off at home, at work. Emotions were all over the place. Scheduling was very tight. It was just a mess. And I don't want to go back to that. I really, really want to be able to make my artwork a career, and it's so much harder than I ever thought. I have my Redbubble, and I put things on Redbubble. I promote it. Probably not as much as I should be, but I feel like, I don't know, like I don't feel supported. I don't feel like people are into what I do. I get some comments on my Instagram, but it's just like, I don't know, I feel like I'm nothing special, if that makes any sense. So, I don't know, like, I love doing art just to do it. You know what I mean? But, I mean, there's just got to be more to it. I need to be able to help my family in a non-stressful way. And, I don't know, I just needed to talk about things with you guys because I'm feeling really low about it. And sometimes it's really nice to just be able to get it off your chest. Sometimes that makes things better, you know, to get it out there, to clear the air, and just, I don't know, like, I don't have, like, friends that I can talk to anymore. I have a few acquaintances, but, I mean, they're busy with their lives, and they work, and they have kids, and, I mean, we weren't all together that close. We used to work together, we hung out a few times, but, I mean, we're not, like, besties or anything. And, you know, and it's just hard because I don't feel like I have anyone I can really talk to. My family doesn't seem to understand the things that I talk about, or they just don't care about it. And, like, all I have nearby is my husband, my 3 kids. I have my in-laws, and that's about it. Like, seriously. That's it. That's all I got. My dad and my mom both live in Washington. They're in parts of Washington, but they still live in Washington. I have a sister in Washington, cousins, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. I have a bunch of people in Washington State, and I love them dearly. I don't talk to them barely ever because I'm not emotionally able to, because every time I try, I cry. So I just don't call them. I just don't. I have a sister that lives in Oklahoma with some nieces and nephews. I got people who live in Oklahoma. I already said that. Oregon, and I got Ohio, and I got people in New York, New Jersey area. I've got people in California. I love everybody dearly. It's just no one that I feel like I could actually talk to, and, you know, like, they would actually care enough to, like, you know, I don't know. None of them have bought any of my art. It's kind of a sore subject with me because I feel like, oh, Danielle is an artist. Just ask her if you want something and she'll do it for free. No. I choose to do art pieces for family members sometimes and give it to them as a gift because I can't afford to buy a gift and send it out. I can barely afford to send out paintings when I get paintings done. Like right now, I had paintings for my sister and her 2 kids waiting to be sent out that were supposed to give into them for Christmas this last Christmas, and it's already almost Christmas again. She told me to hold on to them because she would try to visit because she was moving back to Oklahoma. So I don't feel horribly bad about it. I still feel bad about it because my nephew asked for this painting in particular, and it was something that was very trying for me, and I worked really hard on it, and it turned out pretty decent, and I really wanted to give it to him, and now, like, it's just still sitting here. So I feel kind of bad about that. I don't know, I just feel like what I'm trying to say is I am feeling low and emotional about not being capable of supporting my family and not feeling creative and not being motivated enough, and I don't know where it all stems from exactly, I don't know, like, I want to do these things. I have great ideas, and it's just hard. Like, sometimes you just feel like, why? Why bother? Why try? It doesn't get me anywhere. My own family doesn't believe in me. No one cares. Like, I don't know, like, that's just how I feel sometimes. And I know I shouldn't feel that way. I shouldn't care what other people think. I should just keep doing what I enjoy doing and keep learning from my abilities and learning different skills and, things like that. But I just feel like I'm 33 years old and I have done nothing with my life but be a mother and a wife. I'm a good mom. I'm a good wife. And I should be happy about those things, but I'm just not, because there's things that I would like to be able to do that I just can't do as a wife or a mother. And it sucks. Like, it just sucks. And I don't know. Like, I know, like, I'm not the only one that deals with this stuff. So I guess, like, I'm just trying to say, like, don't forget there are outlets to talk about anything you need to talk about. I do have a Discord channel. I'm thinking about just, like, open chat. Like, I think I'm going to put an open chat one in there. So that way doesn't have to be all about art all the time. It can be about other things too. Because right now, I mean, it's mostly about art and what we're doing and video ideas and things like that. But, I mean, it's not really widely used, which is fine. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, sometimes we just need to work together and lift each other up. If you see that someone is having a hard time, just be kind and let them know that you're there for them. And yeah. So I don't want to make this any longer than it is, and I know it just seems like a bunch of rambling, but I wanted everyone to know, like, you're not alone, and, like, I know that I shouldn't feel the way I feel, but I do, and it's okay. I'm gonna move past it. I'm gonna try to stay positive. I am not gonna harm myself or anyone else. I've definitely come a long way in my life to know better than that, and I've been scarred from that stuff in my life as well. Like, I know people who have done stuff, and it's really sad. It doesn't just, it might be an escape for them, but it's just painful for everyone else who knows them. So please, if you guys or dolls or ladies or gentlemen or whatever you want to be called are having issues, you're feeling low, you're feeling alone, just reach out to someone that you feel like you can trust, whether it be a family member, a friend, a fellow YouTuber, anybody, because they will be there for you. They will listen to you. They will be there to lean on. And sometimes I feel like maybe that's all we really need, is just someone that will be willing to listen to what we have to say and be willing to give us that shoulder to cry on, and, to tell us, that they're here, they care. You know what I mean? Like, life is stressful enough, and then all this other stuff gets, all crazy and wrapped up in there, and we just, I don't know. We need to work together to help each other. Let us make sure that no one feels alone. Make sure that if you are seeing someone who seems to feel alone, just say hi. How are you? Hopefully you're okay. And if they want to share, they'll share. If they don't want to share, then maybe they won't. But at least you gave it your best and you tried to be there for another human being. Because in the end, that's all we are, is human beings trying to be there for other human beings. So, anyway, dolls, I love you guys so much. I hope and pray that none of you are dealing with anything too drastic, and if you are, I am here to be your friend and listen. We might not know each other very well. This might be the first time you're ever watching a video. This might be a lot of videos you've watched. I don't know. But just remember, I'm here. And I will always listen, and I will always try to encourage you and support you and be positive. So I hope you all keep those creative juices flowing, and I will see you another time, my dolls. Hugs and kisses.